the squat. This is where you maybe start to see more issues because the bar's on their back. It gets them here. Maybe they're not very flexible, so to be able to get their arms back, they've got to extend. And we have some other ways to deal with that. But sometimes, again, it's a comfortability issue. So we're going to talk through some of the different ways, some of the different problems you'll see. So the first thing you may see is just that they're extended all the way through. Their back's arched. Maybe they can't quite get a little parallel because it's grinding and bone on bone. That femur on top of your hip is just extended, just stopping right there and coming back up. And he's got a little bit of butt weak going on, but you just see it's just that extended position all the way through. The next one is that butt wink because now they are getting to parallel or a little bit below, so they're extended. They're doing whatever they can to get low enough so that their hips will actually level out and then they'll arch to get back up. And so you see their hips, they start tilted and then they tuck and then they have to tilt to get back up because they're either too weak or they don't know how to use it or their back just takes over. Okay, so and then the next thing is they aren't comfortable enough, they don't know how to get moving without extending their back, but once they get down to that bottom position, they can brace. So go ahead, so they're braced, they have to tuck to get down and they come back up. So just kind of tuck that, you don't even have to force it. So coming back down, and then they're able to maintain it right there, so they know how to do that. And then of course, this is what we're shooting for, is a good squat. They're braced in the very beginning, so they're filling up their back full of air, and then they're just dropping straight down. They're not really sitting back too far. And then they're able to maintain it all the way through. It's a great squat. So go ahead and rack it. For those issues, especially when it's the getting extended to get moving, sometimes it's breathing. Again, we'll talk about exhale. You can't, it's impossible not to use your abs when you forcefully blow air out. So maybe what we try and get them to do is what we'll start doing, and just go slowly with me through this. We're going to do a rep. If it's that kid that wants to, just to get moving, has to get arched. And again, sometimes their feet are too wide, it's too hard to move. So again, you want them that shoulder width or maybe even a little bit more narrow, more like a front squat stance. Again, we're not trying to go for a squat at a meet and try and reduce the range of motion as much as possible. We're actually trying to just get a natural range of motion and athletic stance. So squatting straight down, what I want them to do is fill up your belly full of air. So, and then a slight exhale on the way down, and then exhale whatever you got left to get back up so that they stay braced. A lot of times that'll fix the ones with a little bit of a butt wink because obviously they know how to get their hips level. This is just a way to help them keep that way. Go ahead. Do one more. All right, back. Okay. So the next thing, if they still can't figure it out and you're having issues, another great tool is a safety squat bar.